day 132. It is Friday, August 5th, and it's 8:10 in the morning. I am heading to the trail. I gotta find where it is. All right. So last night I did not sleep the greatest. First off, I didn't go to bed till midnight because I was trying to do some planning. I needed to place a Walmart grocery order so that my husband could pick it up and then take some food over to my sister so that she could send some food to me. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but in the north, the towns, or the trail doesn't really go through a lot of towns, so you have to get off trail. Oh, I did mention this because it's gonna be like a couple miles off trail and then back on, and it just adds up. So I wanted to get some more food in my supplies and my resupply stuff at home, and I'm running out of time because I need a box sent to Hanover so that I can get my cold weather gear before the whites. There it is. And so I needed to get that done. So I stayed up till midnight doing that. And then I had to get up a couple times. Sorry, I'm looking for the Dollar General. I want to get some orange juice for breakfast. But anyway, I had to get up a couple times and put more air in my mattress because it's really getting bad now. And then I finally just gave up and slept on the ground. So I need to work on that and get that fixed. And then yeah, I was just tired. So I got a late start today, but the plan is 16 miles today. 16 point something, I forget. I was like the last one to leave from camp. and a lot of people are going the 16 miles, so hopefully I'll get a campsite. The good thing is I don't really take a whole lot of breaks during the day. Not when I'm hiking by myself, but anyway, I guess we'll find out. The climb out of Cheshire, Massachusetts is brutal. Oh my goodness. I am like drenched in sweat. And I got to the top of one of the hills and I got real lightheaded and felt like I was gonna throw up. And then every time I throw up, I cry. And I didn't actually throw up, but I started to tear up a little. And I just ran into Smooth. And I hate crying in front of people, but I had like passed him and went over to the side off the trail and took my pack off, and he was continuing, so I don't know if he even saw that I was about to cry. But if he did, oh well. But yeah, so I just knelt down for a little bit and got my breath, made sure I was feeling okay, and then now I'm continuing on. But yeah, whew, it's been a hard day, but at the same time it kind of feels good to do these hard climbs, but they are rough. Just stopped for a little break. The Mark Nopel shelter is down this trail, but it's 0.1 miles down, and I don't really need to go. I have a whole liter of water plus this water that I'm getting ready to chug, but in 3.3 miles I'm gonna get to the top of Mount Greylock, and there is a little lodge or restaurant, and there's a spigot out back that we can fill up water, so I don't want to walk the extra 0.1 to the shelter and then 0.1 back. So I'm just gonna wait to fill up water at the lodge since I don't need it right now. But it's really peaceful out here. I wouldn't say that Massachusetts is my favorite state on the trail, but it is very peaceful at times. It actually reminds me of what I think Vermont is going to be like, because Vermont is supposed to be super muddy, and in Massachusetts there's a lot of like 2x4s and like boarded platforms that we hike across. And I don't know if Vermont has those too, or maybe it doesn't have it, and that's why people call Vermont Vermud, because you step in the mud all the time because you don't have those platforms. I don't know, I guess I will find out. I should be in Vermont on Saturday, which is tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I'm just enjoying the peace out here. It's supposed to rain later today. The last I heard was supposed to rain about 4 o'clock, so it would be awesome if I am in my tent at 4 before it rains, but I don't think it's likely that I will be at camp by then, because I believe when I get to the top of Mount Greylock, that'll be 8 miles for the day, and so that means I have 8 point something more, and so I'd really have to book it, and yeah, I just don't want to do that. So looks like I'm probably gonna get my clothes wet again, but that's okay. 2.6 more miles to the summit of Mount Greylock. This is a really pretty area. It's very, very green and damp. I really like these leaves too. They have the green and maroon. And then, I don't know if these are blueberries, I don't think so. But they're really pretty. Woohoo! Only 1 mile left to the summit of Mount Greylock. Three-fourths of a mile left. Ooh. Looks like another beaver dam, maybe, and a house. Ooh, here's better. These leaves are what I was talking about earlier, the green and maroon. They're so pretty. Point 4 miles left. Almost there. This rock says, "It were as well to be educated in the shadow of a mountain as in more classic shade." Some will remember, no doubt, not only that they went to college, but that they went to the mountain. Henry David Thoreau. Boom. Made it to the summit. Oh, cool. Elevation 3,491 feet. That's cool. I'm heading over to the lodge I'm really hoping they sell salad because I would really like that for lunch. And a hard cider would be awesome, but we'll see what they have. If not, I have food in my pack. I am back on the trail. I got lucky when I got to that lodge. They did sell salads, so I got a big chef salad and a bottle of hard cider. And for $5, I got a shower. It was just shampoo, no conditioner, but it included a towel. So I know I'm gonna start smelling as soon as I get to sweating, but for a few minutes I get to feel clean. And I hear there's some trail magic just on the other side of this, so I'm gonna go over there. This view is awesome. So I am heading down Mount Greylock now. There still was that trail magic, so I've got some fresh watermelon, some orange juice, lots of dark chocolate. I packed out a Gatorade and also an avocado. So I'll get to have an avocado for lunch tomorrow if I don't eat it for dinner tonight. I don't know what I'll decide, but that'll be nice because I was planning on having peanut butter and English muffins for like 4 days for lunch. So it'll be nice to have something different and something fresh. I have 8 miles till the shelter. It is 3 o'clock. So I'm thinking I'll get there about 7 o'clock, which is later than I wanted, but that's okay. I really enjoyed hanging out at the Trail Magic and talking to the trail angels. There was a guy, his name was Seven Toes, and he hiked the trail last year. So him and his grandparents were here giving back to the trail, and he gave me a lot of information about Katahdin and how he thinks it's best for me to make a reservation at the campsite at the base of Katahdin so that my husband can summit with me, because there's only a few, there's a certain number of people, of day hikers, that are allowed to summit per day. But if you make a reservation at a campsite, then you automatically get a summit pass. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then also, he was saying that if you don't, like, you have to have a pass to get into Baxter State Park. And I guess, you know, having that reservation gives you that pass. Otherwise, you have to hike, I think, like 15 miles that day. And I don't want to do that. I only want to do the 5 miles up and 5 miles back down, because 1, that'll be easier for my husband, and 2, I just, you know, Mount Katahdin is going to be really tough, so I'd rather have a shorter day that day. So that was really helpful to get that information from him. So thank you, Seven Toes. Hey. All right, I am at the Mount Prospect Ledges. Wow. It's a pretty cool view. I am 600 miles from Mount Katahdin. Woohoo! Ah, that's so cool. It's nice that now that the Sobos are hiking, the 100-mile markers are created now. So now I get to count down. That's so cool. I'm still more excited to get to the 500-mile marker, or 500 miles to go, but I've been excited about this one too. I love when the trail walks through towns like this, or little neighborhoods. It's just so cool to me. And it's funny because when I told people that I was gonna hike the Appalachian Trail, a lot of them were like, you're gonna be in the woods for 6 months? Where are you gonna get food? And what are you gonna do if you need help? And yes, there are times where you are secluded and you're, I mean, in the pure wilderness, and you can't get to a town for a day or two. But there's also a lot of times where you are literally walking through a neighborhood. And it's just so cool to me. I mean, there's a stoplight up there.
It's like the third time we crossed this river.
Just got stung 3 times by what I'm assuming was a hornet. Smooth is behind me, and he got stung twice, and I laughed, and so karma got me right through my socks. 2 of them on my right, just right above my ankle, and then 1 on my the back of my thigh. So they hurt. Luckily I'm not allergic to them though. But gosh dang, I have like 1.5 miles to camp, just over 1.5, and I'm ready to be there. Alrighty, I made it to Sherman Brook campsite. Oh, well, almost 0.1 miles off the trail. It is the end of day 132. I hiked 16.2 miles and I'm staying at the Sherman Brook campsite. Today, it was a tough day in the beginning. It started out rough, but then it got a little bit easier. There were definitely some easier parts, some flat parts. Well, flat parts, but there were still some hills to climb, and then there was a huge downhill towards the end of the day. But it was awesome to get to summit Mount Greylock and hang out at the lodge for a little bit. It was so cool that they had a salad that I could buy and some hard cider, since that's what I was really wanting as I was climbing up the mountain. And then getting a shower was, that was a nice surprise too. This light is making my face look weird. But anyway, I'm exhausted right now. So I am gonna get to bed. Skittles tried to help me fix my sleeping pad, and we thought we had it fixed, but I can still hear it leaking air. And yeah, so I have a feeling I'm going to be sleeping on the ground tonight. So that kind of stinks, because I was hoping to get a really good night's sleep so that I could wake up early in the morning and then hike 18 miles. But I don't think I'm going to get up early because I am so tired. I was wanting to get up at 4:30, but I don't think that's going to happen. I may just, I don't know, I'll probably set my alarm for like 6, just so that I'm not up too late. But I need some sleep, so otherwise I'm just gonna wear down. But anyway, that's it for today. I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.